Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for a Magic Live. Now today, I'm going to be doing a routine called mating. Now this particular trick has a long lineage, something like that. This is one of my favorite routines. Now this is using stay stack, which a lot of people don't do. This original routine, the original concept of stay stack was Alex Elmsley, but Ed Marlowe came up with a really cool routine, which was then published with several changes and streamlined by Martin Nash in Ovation. And this is my version of the Martin Nash handling. The problem with Martin's handling is there was still a bunch of faro shuffles that had to be done at various different parts of the routine in order to make the routine work. And I've taken all of those out. So this is now, in essence, completely self-working and very, very easy to do. If you want to throw a faro shuffle in, you can do, but you don't have to. It's one of my favorite routines to perform. And it's amazing how few people use this style of stack. So I'm going to show it to Jack, but this is going up on the Netrix on Monday. So this is going to be on the next upload. This is completely self-working. You'll do it straight away. And it is a great finale to any act. So if you want to learn a kick-ass closing routine, this is one you might want to look at. I'm here with Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Never seen a purple deck.
Well, there you go. I borrowed it off Ryland. So I genuinely
He don't do card magic.
No, but he does collect decks. So it's all of the expense of playing cards with none of the fun, and that's the problem. This is a normal deck of cards. It's just I borrowed it from Ryland, and before, dear me, there you go. Let's just get this right. Before we start, I'm going to actually show you something just purely incredible.
Okay.
I want to give the cards a shuffle first, just to make sure that everything's mixed up. But you can see that they're all there, and you can see they're all different, right?
Yep.
I'm going to try and show you something, Jack, that looks like mind reading. Genuinely, this looks like I'm about to read your mind.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not. What I can do is I can just sense playing cards. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I can actually sense.
Jedi?
Kind of sort of thing. Kind of a little bit. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you to cut off less than half the deck, maybe, 10, 20, whatever. Just cut some cards off and cut them over to there. Now, when you do, what I want you to do is you're going to have a look at the bottom card of that packet and then put the packet back on the table and cover it up with your hand.
Okay.
Okay, I couldn't know what that card is, right?
Nope.
Concentrate on that card. Concentrate on that card. Just concentrate. Say it over and over again in your head. Not out loud, because that's not mind reading, that's listening. But over and over again in your head. I'm going to take... I should point out, by the way, there's 26 perfect mates in the deck of cards. Cards that are identical in every way. So, for example, they're both red and they're both the same value. So, for example, the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Diamonds would both be perfect mates because they're both red and they're both aces. 7 of Clubs, 7 of Spades. You get the idea,
yeah.
Right? So I don't know what the card is that you cut to, but you're thinking of it. I'm going to try and take the perfect mate to that card out of these. We'll try anyway. Okay, concentrate. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I've committed myself. Lift up your hand. Let's have a look at the card you cut to. You cut to the 10 of Clubs, so the perfect mate would be the...
10 of Spades.
Exactly.
Hey!
Now, here's the thing. You probably think, well, hang on a minute. He just read my mind. And the answer is, no, I didn't, Jack. No, I didn't. And I'm going to prove it to you because I'm going to do it again, okay? But this time, you're not going to look at the card.
I'm not?
You're not going to look at the card, and I'm still going to get it. So, cut off, less than half the deck. It's up to you where. Perfect, but put your hand on. Don't look at it. Now, no one could know what that card is. Would you agree?
Yep.
I just have to feel the vibrations. And I'm getting a diamond. So this is probably, the mate would be a heart. It's a number card. I'm going to go, it's one of these. I'm going to go for the 6. I might be wrong. I think it's probably the 6 of Hearts, which means that the card you cut to, if I got it right, would be the...
6 of Diamonds.
Lift up your hand, and let's have a look.
Hey.
You see, it's nothing to do with mind reading, because at that point, you didn't have a mind to read. Well, obviously, you have got a mind, but what I mean is, you weren't thinking of something, so I couldn't read your mind. It's all about sensing vibrations. We'll do it one more time, just cut, it's up to you. I could do it really quickly if I just touch the deck. So I've got all of these cards here. Look, if I just go... Immediately, I know it's the King of Hearts. Now I can do this over and over and over and over and over again. But we're going to see if we can go one step further. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck into approximately, I think that should be about half, roughly about half. So we've got two halves. This is one half, this is the other half. Pull whichever half you want towards you. You sure?
Yep.
So that'll be mine. What I want you to do is pick the cards up like you're about to deal. And you're going to start dealing the cards face down into a pile. Yep. And anytime you want to, stop.
Okay.
And you can go as long as you want. It's completely up to you. But anytime you want to, just stop. There. You sure?
Yep.
Now we're going to turn a card over there where you stopped. It could be that card or it could be that card. Which card do you want to turn over?
That card.
Okay, so we've got the 5 of hearts.
Yep.
Put the rest on top. Is that fair? We shuffled the cards, we mixed up the cards, and you chose a position to deal to, and at that position, you've turned one card face up, right?
Yep.
Now look, I'm not going to change the order of any of the packets. I'm just going to turn these cards over one at a time, and as I do, I want you to see that these cards don't match. There's no perfect mates here. Now, that's close to a perfect mate, and statistically, there is a chance that at some point we will see a perfect mate, because that's how playing cards works. That's how statistics work. But you can see that we're pretty random here. But then you've got this card right here. This is where you chose to put that card face up.
Yep.
And then you've got this card here. The 5 of hearts, the perfect mate would be the 5 of
diamonds.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's kind of mad, don't you think?
It's certainly interesting.
It's kind of mad, right? Hang on a minute. Look, we're going to go one step. Did I leave that face up?
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having one of... There it is. There you go. We're having one of those days today. Right, okay. So, we'll carry on. You can keep using the same half, or you can switch to the other half. Which would you prefer?
Same off.
Okay, so take it, hold it like this, and just give them a cut in your hand anywhere. Just cut and complete the cut. Perfect. Now turn the top card face up. Excellent. Now cut and complete the cut again. So you've cut that card face up. Very good. And turn that card face up. Perfect. And cut and complete the cut again. Make sure there's not a face-up card at the top or the bottom. You haven't accidentally cut to one of those face-up cards. Look at the bottom card. No, we're good. Turn that card over and cut one more time. Make sure there's not a face-up card at the top or the bottom. So you've got a face-up card, so cut again. We want to make sure there's no face. And you keep cutting to face-up cards. There we go. Is there a face-up card at the bottom, or are we good? Yes, so cut again. We want to make sure that the 3 face-up cards that are in there are buried. Brilliant. Are you sure?
Yep.
Perfect. And these cards were shuffled at the beginning, weren't they? You remember that, yes?
Yep.
And no one could have predicted where you were going to cut. No one could have predicted the different places you would cut and the cards that you would turn face up. Would you agree?
Yep.
We're not going to change the order, but this is the most amazing thing you'll ever see. We're going to deal the cards out at the same time. And any time, just tell me when you see one of those face-up cards. There. So I'm going to put these 2 to one side, and we'll keep going until we find the next face-up card.
There it is.
Which is there. So we'll put those 2 to one side, and we'll keep going until we find the third face-up card.
I think I see it.
There it is, and we'll put these to one side. Okay?
Yep.
And we'll just put those on top. And the interesting thing is we shuffled the cards. You dealt, you mixed, you shuffled, we cut, we kept doing all of this random stuff, and yet you chose to turn 3 cards face up, and you chose the positions that they were turned face up, and yet next to the 7 of hearts, we had the 7 of diamonds. Next to the 9 of hearts, we had the 9 of diamonds. Next to the 4 of clubs, we had the 4 of spades, and we were able to find those perfect mates. Of course, all of that is incredible, but if I was a real magician, I could do this. Remember, we showed that none of these cards matched?
Yeah.
Now, we should find that every single one of these cards, all the way through, every single card now matches absolutely perfectly. And when you think about this for a minute, you'll think that we took a shuffled deck and we ended up in this situation, and this is nothing short of a miracle.
Wow.
It's kind of pretty weird, right? So that's called Mated. It's a fantastic routine, and that is completely self-working. You don't have to shuffle the cards at the beginning, and on the tutorial I go through a whole bunch of different stuff on how to do that if you want to. But the actual main body of the routine, completely self-working, 5-second reset, and you're left with a regular deck of cards, or you can reset it to go again. One of my favorite routines to perform, if you want to learn it, it's going up on the Netrix on Monday. So if you want to learn it, you go to www.thenetrix.com. If you're a subscriber, it's going to be there sitting in your account. If you're not a subscriber, don't worry about it, because you can subscribe and just get access immediately and see what all the fuss is about. But I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. My name's Craig from Magic